welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to take a look at the sales order processing for SEPA Direct Debit in SAP S/4HANA using Fiori. We will start here by navigating to the application called Post Goods Movement. Select this application. Now this is the MyGo transaction you may already be familiar with, only being displayed here in Fiori. We will select over here Goods Received, Other, and now we will post some stock to the system. So for the material, we will select TG11, just an example. Then for the quantity, let me actually scroll down a bit. We will say 1000 pieces. Now we go here to where. We post with the movement type 561. Let's actually inspect the search help. So 561 is the receipt per initial entry of stock balances into the unrestricted use. We insert here our plant as well as the storage location, and that's basically it. Now we can click here on post. And you can see the material document was generated, so now we have 1000 pieces of a trading good in our stock. Next off, we must make sure that our business partner exists with the relevant data. So let's go to the application called Manage Business Partner Master Data. Now we will open here Business Partner. So 1010-0100, this one over here. Hit on go. And I will now show you this business partner. So we navigate into this one. And quite important is the following. So here in the roles section, you need to make sure that the role called FI Customer, also from the technical perspective called FLCO00, was assigned to your business partner. So we can navigate into this role by clicking on this arrow. And then if we go to the bank account section, you can see there's one bank account assigned. Let's actually navigate into this one. And here we can see the bank information is stored. So you need to store here at least the IBAN number. Let's go back and let's click on this arrow over here, scroll down a bit, and go to the company codes section. Let's navigate into the company code data. And here in the finance section, we need to make sure that a payment term for our SEPA Direct Debit was selected. Last but not least, let's go back again. We need to make sure that over here, again in the roles section, also this role over here called FLCO01 for the customer side was assigned to our business partner. Otherwise, we can't use the sales process later on. And therefore, you can also check here via the arrow, if we go down again, that there is an area called sales area where at least one sales area must be created. Now next off, we will navigate to the application called Manage SEPA Mandates. Select this one. Here we will choose an application, financial accounting, and then we'll include our customer. So this one over here, hit on go. And you can see for this particular customer, one SEPA mandate is active. If you are creating your business partner on your own, you must create here a new SEPA mandate via this button and then assign it to your business partner. Quite important is also that the status over here is active. Otherwise, you can't use the SEPA mandate. Next off, you must make sure that via transaction code VK12, you set the material prices for the sales process. So select this one. Now insert a condition type. Let's say PPR0, the normal one. Hit on enter. Then we can either choose here customer material with release status or material with release status. We will take this one over here. Click on choose. And then for the sales organization 1010, our distribution channel 10 and the material TG11, we will choose the validity and hit on execute. And you can see there's already an entry existing in my case, so the material TG11 is valuated at 100 euro per piece. In your case, you might need to add here your material for a certain price and afterwards hit on save. So far so good. Let's now actually come to the process and we will start by creating a sales order via application Manage Sales Orders. Select this one. Now here in the next screen, we will now click on create sales order. We insert our sales order type, then the sales organization, distribution channel and division. Click on continue. Then we scroll down a bit and include our sold to party. This one over here. Hit on enter. We will scroll down a bit. Here we can see the terms and conditions. So amongst others, our payment terms and payment method were taken over from the master record. And if we scroll further down, we have here our partners. So far so good. We'll now go to the item section and provide here our product TG11. This one over here. We will request a quantity of, let's say 5. Then we'll press here the incompleteness information. We can see a customer reference is missing. So we click on this one and over here we provide a customer reference. Click on incompleteness info again and we can see all the necessary data has been provided. So we can create the sales order via create. Next off, we will create the outbound delivery. So we will navigate to the application called Create Outbound Delivery. Click on Search. And here we will now select the one called Create Outbound Delivery with order reference. The shipping point is 1010. And now we insert the order. we will take here a selection date in the future, like that. Hit on continue. And now we can see here, we can create the outbound delivery. For sure, you could fill here more information if necessary. For now, you leave it as is and click on save. And the outbound delivery was created successfully. Now let's copy here the outbound delivery number. And next we navigate to the application called FL060, my outbound delivery monitor. We will select for picking. And now we will take the quantity of goods that we want to ship from our storage location and provide them to the picking area, where they are then prepared for being shipped. So for the shipping point, we'll say 1010. Then we will say here only picking without warehouse management. For the time data, we will expand a bit like that. Then we'll hit here on execute. We can see here our outbound delivery. So we mark this. Then we click here on change outbound delivery. And here in a tab called picking, we will say that the actual picked quantity is also 5 like that. And hit on save. We can now see the outbound delivery was updated successfully. Now let's imagine that our item is in the picking area and is now loaded on the truck to be transported to our customer. So now we need to post a goods issue. So therefore in this application over here, we can go back and back again. And this time we select here for goods issue. Choose this one. We include our shipping point 1010 and hit on execute. Now we can see our outbound delivery. We mark it as such. And then we select post goods issue. Here we need to specify the goods issue date. So this is fine. Click on continue. And we can see the goods issue was posted successfully. So let's actually mark the line over here. Click on menu, environment, document flow. And here we can inspect the document flow. So as you can see, we have the standard sales order. We created the outbound delivery, the picking request, and the goods issue. Let's double click on this one and double click on the document number and then click on display document. Here we can see the goods issue that was posted. And if we click on document information, FI documents, we can see the system now created for the first time an accounting document, a controlling document, and a material ledger document. Let's inspect the accounting document, double click. You can see the system posted a debit to the consumption of trading goods and a credit to our inventory trading goods stock account, so to say. Let's go back, close this view, and now it's time to create a billing document via create billing documents. Select this one. Now we can see our order already over here, so we select the order and then we click here on create billing documents. We can check the invoice that will be generated by the system and then we can click here on save. And now the invoice was created successfully. Now we can click here on post billing document and the billing document was now posted successfully. We can check here the process flow. And we can see that now we have here the invoice and also the journal entry. If we select this journal entry and click on Manage Journal Entries New Version, then go to the line items, we can now see that the system posted an open receivable and debited this receivable. And on the other hand, we have here revenue from our domestic production, as well as a certain sales deduction and also, of course, our output tax. Okay, so far so good. Now all what is left is that this customer pays us for the delivered goods. So let's imagine that the customer paid. We go to Manage Automatic Payments application, click on Create Parameter, Identification and Run Date, click on Create. Now company code is being selected. We have here our customer, this one over here. Then we have the payment method, which is a SEPA Direct Debit. Additional log we will set to on. And next posting date, let's say August like that. Hit on save. Now click on schedule, proposal, start immediately in schedule. Select the proposal. We can see this worked perfectly fine. We can also navigate into the proposal. And here we can see there are even 2 items, but this is the one we are focusing on because this was our relevant sales document. So let's go back again, select the line, click on schedule payment, start immediately in schedule. And we can see the payment was posted. Let's navigate into this one. Click on payments and over here we can see the payment document number. If we click on this one and then Manage Journal Entries New Version, then go to line items, we can now see that here the reconciliation account for our customer is now cleared. So there's a credit and there's no more liability of our customer. And on the other hand, of course, the bank account is debited because we received the money. Okay, this marks the end of the video. It took a lot of effort, so I would really appreciate if you subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. Also make sure to subscribe to my Patreon, where we have a community chat and where I post lots of informative documents about SAP. The link is in the bio of my channel. Thanks a lot and see you next time.